Alright, welcome back everyone. We got a full flight today, I think. So let's see what we got. We're going to be departing from KNRB, which is in Jacksonville, North Carolina. It's basically the Mayport area. And then we're going to be headed over to KGIF, which is in Winter Haven, Florida. Basically just south of Orlando, I believe. So we're going to get this thing going here. We're going to be taking off and landing in runway number 23, I believe. Scroll down. There we go. So we'll go ahead and generate that flight, get everything going here. We'll import it. We'll do live weather, but we're going to change the time just a bit because it is in the middle of the night. And then we are in the Cessna CJ4 still.
Hello, Captain. Nice to see you again. Captain, this is dispatch. The VIPs do not look too happy today. It's probably best if we don't keep them waiting.
Mayport Tower, Cessna November, 11361 ready for IFR departure.
Transporter, boarding has started.
Alright, VIPs are boarding. We're going to adjust a few things before we take off. I'll turn on the seatbelt and safety lights.
Transporter, boarding is complete. You can start your flight.
Alright, we're going to release the parking brake.
Let's go from where I'm sitting. Taxi to the runway and take off.
Adjust our trim. A little squirrely on the takeoff, but we got it. Whoa, that's weird.
Pilot, good flight. Watch your bank angle.
Alright, so we are
Cessna 361 contact Jacksonville Center on 126.75. Good day.
good to go there. We'll acknowledge the handoff.
126.75, Cessna 361. Jacksonville Center, Cessna November, 11361 is passing 1800 climbing 4000.
Cessna November 11361, Jacksonville Center, altimeter 29906, radar contact, continue to Charlie Romeo Golf.
Yeah, that's not our...
Cessna 361, climb and maintain flight level 220.
Climb and maintain flight level 220, Cessna 361.
Alright, 220. We are in IFR, so we'll have some radar contact. Adjust our heading a bit. We're crossing over 13,000 feet. Alright, so off to the right, this is the St. Johns River. We got Mandarin right here. We got Fruit Cove right over here. And the Atlantic Ocean right there.
Cessna Tree 61 contact Jacksonville Center on 134.4. Good day.
134.4, Cessna Tree 61. Jacksonville Center, Cessna November 11361 is passing flight level 185, climbing flight level 220.
Alright, we're going to continue on to Orlando. Yeah, we haven't done an IFR in a minute.
Cessna Tree 61, contact Jacksonville Center on 134.0. Good day. Going to 134.0, Cessna Tree 61. Jacksonville Center, Cessna November 11361, flight level 220. Cessna November 11361, Jacksonville Center, radar contact, continue to Oscar Romeo Lima.
Alright, so we are 22,000 feet above the ground. Normally don't get this high. We are passing the World Golf Village right down here. We got about 118 miles to go. We're passing the St. John's Premium Outlets. Right down there off of our left-hand side. That's the Northeast Florida Regional Airport. Bird Airfield. Maybe we'll get a thumbnail up here for 22,000 feet. Oh yeah, and I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but this is our 100th episode, so very very iconic video for today. But we should go ahead and go into NeoFly, and we'll get some drinks going for our passengers, and we can probably shut off our seatbelt and passenger safety lights. Let them roam about the cabin. Now off to our left here we got Crescent Beach. I've done many photo shoots over here. And then we'll be coming up to Flagler Estates. Yeah, so we are headed over to Winter Haven Regional Airport in Winter Haven, Florida. Oh, nice. We got somebody doing chemtrails. And we currently sit at $20.7 million in cash, which sounds like a lot, but really is not. Alright, let's see where we're at. Coming up to Daytona now. We got Crescent Lake. We got another pilot over there, so it's getting a little busy down here in Florida. And they're pretty much at our level here at 22,000 feet.
Cessna 361. Traffic is 10 o'clock for miles. The flight level 220. Airbus A320.
Yep, Airbus 321. We got traffic in sight.
Cessna 361. Traffic in sight.
We got more traffic. They're a little higher up. They don't pose a threat. RPA 3671. Getting a little cloudier down here. Got some clear skies right there behind us, but it looks like inland has quite a few clouds coming up here. We are now 74 miles away. As we approach Orlando, we are currently up here right by Daytona Beach, kind of New Smyrna beach area, and we're going to be headed up to Orlando here, and Winter Haven is right here, sort of in between Orlando and Tampa, kind of by Plant City. A lot of strawberries come out of there. So currently 70 nautical miles to go, not too bad. And the IFR flight keeps things interesting. Got another.
Cessna 361. Traffic is 11 o'clock. 4 miles. At flight level 200. Boeing 737. Report them in sight.
I think we got traffic in sight there.
Cessna 361 have a traffic. Cessna Tree 61. Descend and maintain 15,000.
Descend and maintain 15,000. Cessna Tree 61.
Alright, descending to 15,000, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting ready to land as we are 59 nautical miles to go. Let's go ahead and turn on our passenger seatbelt and safety lights. We're getting down closer to a altitude that we normally fly in.
Altitude.
Alright, coming back up
Cessna
to,
Tree 61. Descend and maintain 2,100.
oh wow, 2,100 now.
Descend and maintain 2,100. Cessna Tree 61.
We'll take it. I figured normally with IFR they don't put us down to like a low altitude level until like well close to the airport. But it seems like we should be good.
You can cancel IFR. Continue VFR to your destination.
Jacksonville Center. Cessna Tree 61 would like to cancel IFR.
Cessna Tree 61. IFR flight plan is canceled. Radar service terminated. Squawk 1200. Maintain VFR. Frequency change approved. Good day.
Jacksonville Center. Cessna November 11 Tree 61 is type Cessna C-25C. 3 miles northeast of Kilo Yankee 5 Quebec for 12,700. Request flight following.
Cessna November 11 Tree 61. Jacksonville Center. Squawk 0161.
Squawk 0161. Cessna Tree 61.
Cessna Tree 61. Radar contact 2 miles southeast of Kilo Yankee 5 Quebec for 11,300. Altimeter 2995.
Roger. Cessna Tree 61.
Cessna Tree 61. Contact approach on 128.675. Good day.
Going to 128.675. Cessna Tree 61.
Climb and maintain 7,400. Expect vectors. Visual runway. 18 right approach. Exit 960. Exit 960. Descend and maintain 2,100. Contact Orlando Tower on 124.3.
Alright, 36 miles outside the airport. There's Orlando International Airport. And this is like the heart of Orlando right here.
Approach on 119.4. Good day.
Going to 119.4, Cessna Tree 61. Approach, Cessna November 11361, 3,400.
Altitude.
Cessna November 11361. Approach. Altimeter 2995. Radar contact. Continue.
Something right there. Looks like that might be a golf course. And I guess that's like a hotel or something. Alright, we're going to go ahead, since we are 27 miles outside the airport, reduce our speed, bring this down to about 200, and we'll get our landing gear down and our flaps all situated. So, 199, safe to extend landing gear, do some flaps. We'll increase the engine output just a touch. Go ahead and see if we can find the airport. It might be a little early. We are looking for KGIF Winter Havens, Gilbert. Looks like it might be a little early. We'll see if it pops up. We can pretty much announce our final. We are pretty much lined up with the runway almost. We're gonna have to make a little bit of a right adjustment, but most like more than not, we are pretty much lined up to it. And we are crossing over off to our left. This is Kissimmee. I think that's where Tiger Woods lives, or where actually once lived, I don't know. Maybe we can see his car flipped over somewhere over there. Nice. There's the airport. Select the runway 23. And we'll announce our full stop landing. We'll do our position and then final. We got time.
Golf India Foxtrot traffic. Cessna November 11361. 16 miles northeast, 2100. Inbound to land. Runway 23. Kilo Golf India Foxtrot.
Alright, we got the sunset going on here. That might be a nicer thumbnail. So we'll do that one instead.
Altitude. Altitude.
Alright, we are on final at this point.
Kilo Golf India Foxtrot traffic. Cessna November 11361 is on final. Runway 23 to land. Kilo Golf India Foxtrot.
Altitude.
Nice boat in the water.
Autopilot.
Do a slight adjustment over to the right. we're coming in pretty good now. So we timed it pretty good with the time to get a nice little sunset landing here over in Winter Haven. Got some traffic out there off to our left. Got one white. Lost the white. It's alright. I usually come in a little low. Do have a little bit of a cross breeze, but it's alright.
Transporter from dispatch. Nice landing. Go to the parking and put your parking brake on. I'll be in touch. Taxi to parking and shut down your engine.
Alright, we are pretty much right here by parking. There's the gas pump right there. Park over here by the Cessnas and the tower. Alright, we'll set our parking brake. We'll go ahead and cut off our engines.
Transporter, you can open the doors and begin the disembarkation.
Alright, we'll bring over NeoFly. We'll bring up the log, see how our landing did there. So 60 on the landing, not too bad. From Jacksonville over to Winter Haven in an IFR flight. So appreciate you tuning in. We'll see what we got for the next one, and hope everybody enjoys the rest of their day.